I know it sounds completely counterintuitive and maybe a little bit crazy, but I am suggesting that you do make boring videos. Now, what do I mean by that? Because, yeah, when you look across YouTube and look at what is successful, certainly there are some crazy entertaining videos out there, and they're usually things that draw you in with really unusual titles and thumbnails. Things like eating challenges where somebody eats like a 40-pound hamburger or something like that, or I was handcuffed to my ex-wife for 24 hours. Things that really would make you curious and maybe make you feel something emotional and draw you in to see, gee, what's happening? Like, did this actually succeed? And that's a different business model. So YouTube, for a lot of people, people are trying to make YouTube the business. They're trying to make their money from AdSense. And so if that's the case, you have to gain lots and lots of views in order to make any real money out of that business model. But for most of us, and for most of the people that I work with, and certainly for me and what I'm trying to do on this channel, I'm not trying to entertain. I'm trying to educate, and I'm trying to educate just enough so that people are feeling like they've gained some value out of the videos that I create. And they're also feeling like maybe they want some extra help, or if they do want some extra help, maybe I'm the guy that could help them. And that's how business channels tend to work. So you could make a really entertaining video for your business and focus on watch time, retention, so your watch time goes up. But it's not necessarily the best way to optimize for business purposes. So why make a boring video? Well, a couple of good reasons that I'll tell you here. The first reason is that a video like this, where I just deliver a message, there's not a lot of editing involved. In fact, there may not be any editing at all. I may just post this directly to YouTube without any cuts or any chopping up of any kind. And that's huge, because when you're running a business, video is not the main business. You have plenty of other things to do during your day. If you can eliminate production time and you can eliminate post-production time, which is your editing, that can take hours and hours and hours. And yeah, you can farm it out to somebody to do that work for you if you've got the budget for those things. But it's so much easier just to be able to sit down in front of your camera or your smartphone and deliver a message of value that your audience appreciates, get it done and get it out there, than to have to go through all of that process. You can spend an entire day on a single video, or longer for that matter, especially if your production standards are quite high, like television or movie production standards. Then it really takes a lot of time to go through all of those things, and it's just not necessary for YouTube. So trust me, save that time and just sit down with your camera, your smartphone, deliver the message. The other big reason to do a boring video is your customers are probably going to be somebody who is interested in listening to the message. So regardless of all of that, what we sometimes call retention editing in those entertainment videos with all of the quick cuts and fancy effects, if you need that to hold the customer's attention, your potential customer's attention, that's probably not your potential customer. Your potential customer is there to get a solution to a problem. So if you are delivering that solution, regardless of the production value, they're more likely to sit through the entire video and watch until the end, regardless of even the lighting or the camera you're using or the audio that is delivered in some cases. Although I don't suggest sacrificing audio. I think if you're going to invest, audio is probably the first thing to invest in. But there are videos on YouTube of people that are in terrible lighting and have like crackly audio and things, but the message is so good and the solution to the problem is so good that the videos turn up in search all the time and they get thousands or tens of thousands or millions of views. So it's not about making it fancy. It's about making it good quality in terms of the message. That's what the quality is all about. And yes, it's going to be boring for the wrong audience. So those of you who are still watching this might be people who are interested in kind of the things that I offer. But if you've left already, and a lot of people probably have dropped off early from this video, then those are not my potential customers. So that's really the viewpoint and the perspective of creating a boring video, so to speak. It's super easy to do. Yes, it takes some practice to sit down and be able to talk to camera like this, like I'm doing now. But once you quit worrying about being perfect and just do it a few times, it gets better like anything with practice, and you will soon be really grateful that you save all of that production time, that you get something out to your target audience, and you stay consistent with it over time, and it's going to be valuable for the people who do stay and watch those videos. So make the boring video. Just go ahead and do it and get it out there. And if you are interested in possibly working with me, I have a couple of ways to do that for either firms or individuals. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. And YouTube is pretty good at figuring out what you should watch next. So check out one of these videos next, and I'll see you there. All the best.